Okay, welcome to art class. Today we are going to learn how to draw a fish in a fish tank. So, you can pause the video if you don't have what you need today for art class. You are probably going to need a pencil. I'm going to draw it with a Sharpie, so if you have a black marker, you can get that, and anything you want to color with. So I colored with markers. Maybe you want to color with crayons or colored pencils, and that's fine. So if you need to get your art supplies for class today, go ahead and do that. Alright, so this is how we're going to start. Go ahead and get your white piece of paper. We are going to start with our fish that lives in the fish tank. So when you're drawing your fish, start with a half circle like this in the middle of your paper. That's the top of our fish. And then you're going to draw another half circle underneath that for the bottom of the fish. Now we need to draw his tail fins. So the way we're going to do that is draw a curved line up and down for the top fin and the same shape on the bottom for the bottom fin. And then we'll draw 3 lines on the fins. 1, 2, 3. Now our fish is missing some things. So let's first give it an eye. So you're going to draw a circle at the front of his body by his nose. And in that circle, you're going to draw a smaller circle. That's going to be his pupil. Now you can give him a mouth, which is just going to be a line like this. You can make him smile if you want. Then we're going to draw 3 little lines on his body like this. Those are his gills. That's how fish are able to live underwater. And then we're going to draw a fin like this on the side of his body. It almost looks like the shape of a heart, only you don't finish the heart. And then we're going to draw 2 lines on this fin. 1, 2. Now we need to draw fins on the top of his body and on the bottom of his body. So let's start with the top. You're going to draw a line that comes up just a little bit off of his head, and it's going to curve downward like that, kind of like a bump on the top of the fish. And draw 4 lines on this fin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we need to draw some fins on the bottom, and these are just going to be 2 little bumps on his belly. So 1, 2, and you can also draw a line in each of those. Okay, so now we're done with our fish. So we need to draw where he lives, which is his fish tank. So you're going to start by drawing a nice big circle around the fish, but it's just going to start right here. It's going to go underneath the fish and then come back up to the top like that. But you're not going to finish the circle, you're going to leave it open at the top. At the top of the fish bowl, you are going to draw a little bump like this on the left side, a straight line across the top, and another bump on the right side. Okay, so that's our fish tank. Now we need to add details to our artwork. So we need to make the fish tank actually look like a fish tank. So sometimes in fish tanks, they have gravel, kind of like little rocks at the bottom. So what you're going to do is draw a little curvy bumpy line on the bottom of the fish tank. And then you can add some smaller lines in there to make it look like it has a texture. Make it kind of look like popcorn, but really it's rocks. After you've done that, you're going to draw some seaweed behind the fish. So let's start on the gravel, and we're going to draw a curvy line up to the top. Don't let it hit your fish. This is going to go behind the fish. Draw a second line that's just like that curvy line that comes down to the bottom. But remember, don't draw on top of your fish. So we drew one piece of seaweed here. Let's draw another one here, and it's going to be behind our fish. So you stop wherever the fish is, and then you start again at the top. Okay. Now we're going to draw some lines in the seaweed. And let's draw some bubbles in our fish tank to make it look like it's underwater. So let's draw little circles like this that get smaller and smaller as they go to the top. You can add some bubbles in random points wherever you want around the fish tank. Alright, so now our fish in our fish tank is complete. We need to add some more details to our artwork because it looks like the fish tank is floating in midair. So let's make it look like it's sitting on a table. So you're going to draw a line behind the fish tank, one right here, and in the same place on the other side. So now it looks like the tank is sitting on a table. Now we could pretend like you can see some things maybe in the background of our drawing, but we're going to make them smaller so they look like they're in the distance. So see how this window is smaller because it looks like it's further away. So in the corner of your paper, I want you to draw a straight line coming down and then off to the side. And you're going to double that line. And this is going to look like there's a window in the background of your drawing, kind of off to the side. And if you want, okay, if this is the wall behind the fish tank and the table, maybe there would be like a picture frame on the wall. So the way you draw a picture frame is by drawing a square or a rectangle, and then you repeat that rectangle again. So now it looks like a picture frame. You could add details if you want, and you could draw a picture in that picture frame. Okay, so now we've added some details to our artwork. Looks like there's a background. And maybe on the table, there's a tablecloth. So let's draw some diagonal lines. So let's start up by the fish tank and draw diagonal lines all the way across the table. Alright, so there is our fish drawing. All you need now is to add color to it.